So to create a seller CD, I'm in my file 451 in the transactions tab. I first want to double check my numbers to make sure everything looks good if I were to send a seller CD to Split or to my lender. So I would go through each one of my drop downs and just make sure my numbers are right. So I have my sales price. I click on it right here or on the arrow to drop it down. I have my my sales price and the earnest money being credited to my buyer. I can hit this plus sign if I have an HOA in this file. I do have an HOA, so that would be like a second one. So this one's already created. I have the name, and then if I click on it, it'll drop down. So I have like a letter fee or a transfer fees, or if I need to prorate any, I can put them down here. Scrolling down, I have my miscellaneous charges where I could put in the home warranty right here. I'd put in $700 as a seller debit, and I can just type in here of how much I need it for. If also on this, if I don't want other miscellaneous charges to show on our settlement statement or CD, I can hit this out little expand arrow and type in home warranty to IX home warranty and hit save, and it'll erase that other miscellaneous words. So if you just want to rename it, this little arrow expand button works. You would think that the pencil would do it, but that's more for editing the payee in the netting and grouping settings, or you can type in the amount right here, or if you need to do a payout of closing or move it to a different place on the CD, that's where you would do it with that pencil. So I have $700 in my miscellaneous charges. Click that back up to scrunch it up. You can have any transfer taxes or water and sewer in this subjects. Then I don't have those in this file. Next is my property taxes. So I have this. I'll click right here to drop it down. And then once again, drop this one down because I have this parcel number and it's giving my proration here. So that's tax prorations. Credit the buyer and debit the seller. Next, I have an option to create a second payoff, but I only have one payoff, so that's here with Wells Fargo. Click on it to drop down. I put in my numbers here, so principal balance here, have some interest and a statement fee of $150. It totals it up to $246,973.23. That will add onto there. Create new loan, that would be like a second loan because I already have my first loan for the buyer, but since we're doing a seller CD, we don't necessarily need all that buyer information. Then I have my commissions. I can drop that down. It gives the numbers of the percentages to each side of the agent. And so I have also you can click on them to drop them down. So it says that here's my commission and here's an admin fee. So if you need to change the commission, I suggest doing that in the closing setup page, and which is where we click on when we first order entry. So don't forget about that order entry. Moving on, we have our title fees. Click on it to drop down. We have the owners and lenders. The settlement fees that we have in here. This one's for the seller. Those two are for the buyer. And same thing with recording, buyer side only, so nothing for the seller. Then we have this option for 1031 and rents if that applies to your file. If not, leave them alone. And then we have the totals. just filtering down into here so it shows that the amount due from the buyers are here and the amount due from the sellers is right here. So that's how much they would be. So how much they would be getting back. But once I have all my numbers in, I scroll back up to the top where it says closing disclosures on the right hand side. I'm going to hit create or update CD. It gives me a little number right here with a star, the base number *1. I'm going to click on that. It opens a new tab and gives me a buyer's CD, which is not what I want. So at the very top, there's options here. It's document type, and then I'm going to click seller only since we only make seller CDs and do not ever make buyer CDs. So once I have that, I can view it right here to see my tax preparations, my home warranty, my payoff, everything like that. In this file, I have an option to edit this and type in something if I wanted to, but anything I edit on this page is not permanent. So for some reason you would need to edit it and print this, go for it, but otherwise I would not make adjustments because it doesn't save it in the transactions page. So where did I just put that? I don't know where it went, but now that I have, let's see, my seller only, I'm going to hit save and delivery. I can download it. I can download it as a PDF to my computer, save it to the documents, or save it to documents and deliver it to someone. So if I needed to send it out to anyone, that I can just highlight them, type in my body, send it as myself, and send it in delivery. So I can go back into my file and documents just to view it if I need to do that. Right here, closing disclosure and made on 8/26. If you hover over this, it gives you the time that it was created. So you can click on it and view it. And if I needed to send it to anyone else, I could highlight it and send it to anyone else. So that's a seller CD.